These are the type of plays that make you ask the question, is Mikey Williams still an NBA prospect? When you see him getting bouncy like this at the 6'3", you know what I mean? When you see him making plays like this, you see that fire back. This is the Mikey Williams we remember who was a 4-star recruit coming out of Ysidro High School in San Diego, California. Yeah, he had a couple of stops at UCF, but now he's at Sacramento State under head coach Mike Bibby. And the question is, can Mikey Williams return to a top NBA prospect? We got to talk about it. Say no more.
Shit slap, my nigga, you know I'm going dumb. You staring hard, little mama, like where I know you from. The kid basic and I ain't gotta say shit. I'm out of this world like a motherfucking spaceship. If you knew better, you would put me on your playlist. If you knew better, you know I ain't.
Welcome back to Say No More Media. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. We're gonna get straight into it. Say no more. Again, thanks for tuning in to the channel, but we gotta get straight into it. Say no more. Is Mikey Williams still an NBA prospect in 2025-2026 season? After his sophomore season, can he come out and enter the NBA draft? Can he be a second-round pick? First-round pick is out of the question at this point. We understand he's not a lottery pick, especially with this year's freshman class. It's insane. But Mikey Williams has showed promise in his second game for Sacramento State. Of course, you know, we're going to go over the stats real quick. He dropped 16 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, you know, in 37 minutes of action, going 6 of 13 from the field, 2 of 5 from the three-point line, knocking down both of his free throws. Now, he did have 4 turnovers and 1 steal. We definitely got to get that, you know, assist-to-turnover ratio down. Also picked up 4 fouls, which tells me he was having trouble staying with some of these guards, and they're only a Division II school. So, again, he's only a sophomore, though, so we're going to stay on that track. But the question is Mikey Williams currently an NBA prospect? Right now, if we're going on potential, I would say yes. But if we're looking at the way the landscape is with AJ DeBansa, the Boozer twin over there at Duke, is he a lottery pick? No. Is he a first-round pick right now? No. Second-round pick? I don't know. Possibly. I think he needs to use the rest of his eligibility 2 more years. Now, I'm not an NBA scout, but I'm just going off of, he already plays in the lower division of Division I, which is understandable. But, the bright side is his first game he had 10 points. Second game he had 16 points. He's getting comfortable. And under Coach Mike Bibby and assistant coach Bobby Jackson, who were both excellent point guards and shooting guards in the NBA, I can see him getting better and better, and, he's starting to get comfortable. Will he stay at Sacramento State for the rest of his eligibility? I think if he wants to get to the NBA, he'll have to transfer to maybe a higher mid-major like Damian Lillard or John Morant did, or try to get to, one of the Power 5 schools, try to get to a Kansas, Kentucky or somewhere and go have a breakout season one year to really boost your draft stock. I don't know if Sacramento State is the end for Mikey Williams. If he wants to get to the NBA, I think they're going to want to see him play in a higher level of conference, the ACC, the Big 12, the SEC. So for right now, for Mikey Williams, he had a promising second game. They did get the W. Sacramento State came out with the W, 86-76 versus Jessup. We're going to go over their stats right now. Prophet Johnson had 16 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Jeremiah Cherry went 15 points, 5 blocks. You know what I mean? 3 assists, 12 rebounds. I'm loving it. Jaden Teat had 19 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Let's see what Shaquille O'Neal did. He had 5 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block, 1 steal in 18 minutes. I know Shaquille O'Neal is a fan favorite. The son of Shaquille O'Neal. Definitely want to see his minutes go up. But Coach Mike Bibby understands what he's doing, and Shaquille O'Neal knows what he has to do to get more playing time on the floor. Everybody has a job in college basketball, and everybody's doing their job. As a team, for the game, they shot 45% from the field. Definitely like to see him shoot closer to the 50% range, over 50% if possible. From the three-point range, 44%, almost 49%, 13 of 29 from 3. I'll take it. Anything over 40, I love it. Now, free throw percentage, they were 19 of 27, 70% from the free throw line. We got to do better from the charity stripe. 19 of 27, they're called free throws for a reason. You can't shoot as a team 70% from the free throw line. We want to see those in the 90s, at least in the 85%. You know, that'll make the difference between wins and losses, especially as you enter into, you know, some of these tournaments they're heading to in March. Even the tournaments they have coming up in, you know, January. Exclusively back to Mikey Williams, I do believe that he should use the rest of his eligibility, especially when you see the landscape of college basketball. You're seeing 28, 27-year-olds. So he's only a sophomore. I do believe Mikey Williams is only maybe 20 or 21 years old. So, man, go ahead and use the next 2 years. And if you have another eligibility year, go ahead and stay, really develop. And I definitely could see Mikey Williams entering into the NBA, you know, let's say 2027, 2028, 2029 draft. I think by that point, he will move to a higher division school, maybe the ACC, the SEC, the Big 12, you know, and see where he goes from there. But for right now, he's helped rebuilding Sacramento State over there with head coach Mike Bibby. You got Shaquille O'Neal's son over there. So drop in the comments what you guys think about Mikey Williams. I mean, he's still a social media star. I'm pretty sure his NIL evaluation is still very high. And this, for all the college students, you can go through ups and downs, but you can always bounce back. There's always a second chance, as you can see with Mikey Williams. Shout out to Shaquille O'Neal and Mike Bibby for believing in him and giving this young man a second chance. He definitely got that dog. That's something you don't got to worry about with Mikey Williams. He's going to compete. Now, I know what the NBA is looking for in a certain size, pause, and a certain point guard. You got Luka, you got Shea. You know, you got Darius Garland now. You got some of these. Well, Darius Garland isn't really a bigger point guard, but you get what I'm saying? The point guard, you got Josh Giddey. You know, some of these point guards are 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" now. So for Mikey Williams, you're going to have to do something very extremely better, which is probably going to be a 3-and-D guy when he gets to the NBA. Pause, you know. But like, comment, and subscribe. Say no more.